The year anniversary of Wilde Words has been eclipsed by fallen Starman. I have never cried over the death of a celebrity in my life. And next to Rocky Horror, I would say that David Bowie has been the strongest pop culture influence over my life as a whole. And because Rocky is a movie and therefore a collaborative artistic effort, I would actually say that no human artist has had as much influence over my existence as David Bowie has. Then again, the mortal human aspect of David Bowie has always been up for debate. That's part of why his dying, which is really the most base and mortal thing a person can do, is so hard for us to process. He has not equipped us to process this part of himself. The frail part, the human part, the falling apart part. He had led us to believe that he was different, with a capital D for David Bowie. It is because of David Bowie that I became so taken with Oscar Wilde in the first place. The first time that I ever wrote about the legacy of dandyism and its connection with 1970s glam was in 10th grade. When I read The Picture of Dorian Gray for the first time in class, I used Velvet Goldmine to connect Oscar Wilde with David Bowie, Mark Bolan, Cockney Rebel, and I got an A. Despite my writing skills, I did not do overwhelmingly well in high school because if a thing did not interest me, I wouldn't do it. And that interested me, obviously. Actually, I made this shirt in high school. Yeah. So, in a way, the projects that I'm always working on started with that paper in 10th grade. When I did Wilde's festive wake for Wilde Words in November, I quoted his alleged deathbed statement. "The wallpaper and I are fighting a duel to the death. One or the other of us has to go." And I weighed in that while it's a great quip of his, if we're ever going to say that those were his last words, we are surely kidding ourselves. And yet, who fucking cares? A person like Wilde should be able to script their own death, even if that's not what happened. But in the case of Bowie, that is what happened with Black Star. It has come to light that he'd known that he was dying, and over the past year and a half, yeah. Cool. So he'd known that he was dying of cancer over the past year and a half, and in true Bowie fashion, he came out of his cave of recluse and he got shit done. From the Broadway play Lazarus to the album Black Star and the very weird David Lynch-esque video to accompany it. This was all organized as a farewell. There are no cosmic coincidences at work here, much as we might like to think so. Bowie scripted his own death. And that is really the closest thing that a human artist can do to attain superhuman immortality. And I'm just going to read a little passage from The Ballad of Reading Gaol. "Yet all is well. He has but passed to life's appointed bourne, and alien tears will fall for him, pity's long broken urn, for his mourners will be outcast men, and outcasts always mourn." And here we all are, in this case on the internet, but even so. I am grateful to Bowie for many things. So many lyrics to encourage our weirdness, our boldness, sometimes even timidness. I am also grateful that he chose a day for his passing that would allow me to throw together a public memorial by using Wilde Words. I'm honored to have this opportunity, thanks to Wilde Words, the Wild Thistle, all of you, and David Bowie, that I can do something productive and community building with this feeling of mourning. There is a particular way in which it is selfishly and cathartically not the worst. It's painful, but it's unifying and it's simplifying. The nuanced problems that plague us daily that we would never dare explain to strangers, much as those Trader Joe's checkers may pry, and they do. They fall away in the wake of something like this. We all have one problem that makes us all cry, and it's a problem that is not tied to the minutiae of our daily existence. It's not bills or jobs, relationships or illness, overwhelm, and the keeping of secrets. It's public and it's outside of ourselves, though it may not feel that way. This mourning unites the once outcasted masses, which proves that Bowie will never stop influencing from the afterlife.